Welcome back, everyone. I am here with Noah, who designed all the countertops for this kitchen. And so why don't you just start? How long did it take to put all this together from the drawing board to reality?
All right, Mike. Well, first off, after a customer chooses a quartz product, we will be coming in to measure. Typically in their home, we'll be in there for an hour to an hour and a half. From that template, which is all digital, we will put together drawings. Those drawings usually take anywhere from 4 to 6 hours in our office. After those are completed, the customer has the opportunity to review those, make any changes, select edges, those types of things. The actual installation process typically takes a morning or an afternoon.
Oh, so that quick. So if I wanted to do something like this, you could have it done in time for dinner?
Mm-hmm. Very good. Basically, if we were going to come in on top of new cabinets or if countertops were removed, we'd be able to install it. Typically, we do ask for plumbing to be done the next day, but a typical installation process usually leaves you without your kitchen for 2 days possibly.
Now, you mentioned you use quartz for the countertop and the sink behind you. So what exactly is quartz and how is that different from other surfaces? What are the benefits of quartz?
Mm-hmm. Well, quartz is actually a very popular solution now for countertops. When we refer to quartz, we're actually talking about a product that's 93% quartz. Quartz being the hardest mineral in natural products like a granite, mixed together with a polyester resin. When this product is formed, it becomes very dense, and which makes it non-porous. Non-porous meaning you won't have to seal it, you won't have to worry about staining, you also don't ever have to worry about bacteria. All of these things are very beneficial in choosing a quartz product. There's also durability. With the amount of quartz that's in there, it makes it very difficult to scratch. So heavy things being slid across it, someone cutting on the product is not going to harm it. It also gives us the opportunity to do larger overhangs like you see here without any additional support due to the integrity of the product.
Right, so if you have any kids out there in your family, quartz might be the way to go if they get really messy or they have a tendency to get really creative.
Some of the other benefits of a quartz that you're going to see is the wide array of colors. This here actually is a fantastic example of the way that quartz products are beginning to really emulate the look of a natural stone without any of these challenges of a natural stone, such as sealing it. And you also have the opportunity to do undermount sinks like we see here, a very popular way to do the sinks. What the undermount sink does is it is absolutely going to take the rim that would be traditionally around this in a plastic laminate and put everything underneath, which makes it very easy to maintain. Everything can basically be brushed right in. This is sealed underneath so that there's going to be no moisture getting through. The other thing with the digital technology that we're using now enables us to template these sinks and cut out the sinks specifically for each manufacturer, for each manufacturer's models, which enables us to have here what we're looking at is referred to a no reveal, where basically the countertop comes right up to the sidewall, making maintenance on it very simple.
Thank you for showing us how you designed this beautiful quartz island and sink, and like I said, this will make this kitchen that much greater before its renovation.
Fantastic. Thanks for the time.
All right, thank you, Noah.
Absolutely.
Welcome back, everyone. I am here with Grant the plumber, and now I know you do plumbing, and I imagine you've heard all the jokes and the old notions about what plumbers do. And so while they do handle a lot of the water lines and sinks, what else does a plumber do that may not go recognized or may not be recognized?
Well, I guess the first thing is we assess the job and see what needs to be done first on a job, and then from there we determine if they want things moved, if they want them in the same place, what type of fixtures, appliances they have, whether they're gas, electric, what water sources do you need to what fixtures, are they adding a sink, are they removing a sink, just the overall view of where the plumbing is now and where they want it in their finished product. That would be the most important thing to figure out first, to determine.
And when you came in here and you saw the kitchen in its before stage and then transformed it into its after stage, what did you see and what did you have to do in terms of the planning to make sure that what they wanted would fit with what was available with water lines and things like that?
Well, first, there was a plan that was drawn up for this particular kitchen. The kitchen sink in this situation stayed in the same, relatively same place. There were some things added. There was a stove, a cooktop stove with gas, which had to be added. There was a vent, a portable vent hood here. We can.
It's
They run
there
that
you
up
go.
there. That had to be installed also.
It's right out of Home Improvement.
Yeah. Art. Yeah. Gotcha. So the main thing is to figure out what the people want and where they want it. This had to have gas to it, of course. This had to have plumbing. They also had an RO system, which is a reverse osmosis drinking water system, which a lot of people are going to now. Well, this is the RO right here. This is the drinking water system. Yeah, yeah. And this is your basic faucet. This happens to have the pull-out on it with a dual spray on it. You can run the standard faucet, or you can have the sprayer on it too, which is pretty nice. Some of the old ones had a pull-out sprayer, which was kind of cumbersome, would always get tangled up and everything. The new styles work very well. Another thing people want to think about possibly is what finish they want to go with in their kitchen. This is a brushed nickel, which is a nice finish. Some people will pick some of the lighter colors, which tend to stain a little bit more. So you really want to be aware of what you're putting in your kitchen, because especially if you're a coffee drinker or tea or something like that, that tends to stain things up a little bit more.
Thank you again, Grant, and
No
nice
problem.
job with everything.
All right, thank you very much.
Hello again, everyone. I'm with Jason, the electrician, and you did quite a bit to make this kitchen accentuate the way it does. So why don't you explain what you did for lighting and in terms of accentuating the features of this kitchen and making sure it was properly lit for the uses this room will have.
This kitchen has some recessed lighting that we use for the general lighting, which you could also do with surface mount lights, track lights. This is a very good feature to keep the ceiling clean. It's dimmable. It's a nice look. We also put some under cabinet lighting in here for task lighting, to give you some light when you're preparing the food, reading, making coffee. These particular under cabinet lights that we installed are incandescent xenon lamps. They run about 20% cooler than the regular halogens. They're nice because you could dim them, and they give you the warm, soft light compared to the fluorescents. The fluorescents are a little bit more energy efficient, and they last about 10 times longer than incandescent lights. And then we also have some sink lights. We have many options to go in with recessed lighting. Nice pretty pendant light to go with the themes.
And so when you looked at this kitchen before you started remodeling it, was that what you were thinking of, how the lighting would blend with the rest of the kitchen, or what else were you looking at?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you really have to consider the granite, the countertops, the beautiful backsplashes. I mean, lighting is one thing that affects everything in the kitchen. So you really have to think that through and do it right.
And so what were some other things that you had to do for this kitchen? Because there's more to it than just lights to make sure it runs electrically.
Well, we kind of looked at what they had the existing wiring. They have new appliances installed. A gas cooktop with a downdraft in it, and vents outside right here. A microwave and an oven, a convection oven, which is becoming very popular these days. It warms the air and blows it around the surface that needs to be cooked. And yeah, we just kind of looked at what they had available in their existing circuits, and we wired appropriately.
Thanks for sharing your tips.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hello again, I'm here with Carol, and she was one of the designers for this kitchen, so why don't you explain some of the features?
Sure, Mike. Some of the features in this kitchen, the homeowner wanted to convenience and ease of use. One of the things we did was install a roll tray in the upper cabinet, and it makes accessing the items towards the back of the cabinet easier as they pull out towards you.
You might need a few more inches to see what's going on back there, but
Right, and it's just something that you can adjust shelves up and down to make things more comfortable to use. Another thing we did in this kitchen was we added some other organizing elements, such as in the drawers, we put in dividers, so you can divide up sections that you want for specific items to store. It's easier and more convenient instead of digging all around. Another feature is in this cabinet we put in tray dividers, and there's still enough room for a shelf up above for more storage. We often tell people that kitchens and any space in your home, you can make anything look pretty, but it really needs to work for you. It doesn't matter how good it looks if it doesn't work well. So when designing a kitchen, we really work hard to make sure that it functions for everybody and their needs.
definitely a lot of customization functionality as other folks have shown me today. So thanks for your tips, and I guess you'll be off designing more kitchens, I imagine.
We try.
Welcome back. I am here with Jeff, who installed all these cabinets. Thank you for stopping by.
You bet.
Now, you install not just the cabinets, but a lot of these things in this kitchen. But why don't you start with the cabinets and work your way through?
Yeah, we start, usually I have somebody help me at first, like my assistant Jim over here.
It's a very Mr. Rogers type neighborhood here, and so perhaps challenges you. Where do you start when you install these cabinets?
We usually start with the upper cabinets in the corner and work our way out of the corner.
And why is that the best way to go versus saying like starting over here and moving across?
Well, you have to start in the corner, otherwise the cabinets you can't fit the corner cabinet in if you start with the one on the side. It just won't fit unless you try to put it in and lift it up. It's just the process that it takes to install them properly.
And what goes into the process? How long does it take, and how does that vary based on size, area, and other measurements in a kitchen?
This is a average size kitchen, about a couple dozen cabinets. Yeah, some things that can make a job take a little longer if the walls are out of square, the floor is out of level. It takes a little extra time to get everything in level.
Describe some of the challenges. You mentioned that there's levels, plumbing, things like that that can affect installation. What else is there that you deal with in particular, whether it's with heights or with space, area, room?
We want everything to kind of balance out. For example, the window here, we have a 2.5 inch or so margin between the casing and the cabinet. So the cabinet to the left of the window, we wanted to space that equally, but it's not quite that simple because the base cabinets have to line up with that refrigerator panel too. So we have to cut down the scribe, the stiles on the side, and to make that fit properly. See, the crown molding, that gets to be tricky sometimes. The walls aren't always straight and plumb, so you have to fit it tight to the walls, and then you want your miters to all fit tight. This particular crown molding was a two-step crown. Actually, it was new to me. There was a tongue and a groove in the bottom of the crown there, and kind of fit together a little tighter than I had expected, so that threw a little challenge in for me to get that to all fit right.
Thanks for stopping by, Jeff, and definitely I'll come to you if I need anything to be installed.
Very good. Thank you.